Alrighty then, so we have ourselves a new Spiral Abyss, and let's just see what it's all about. Um, Also, hey, Arlecchino's around. Woohoo! Yay, another Fatui Harbinger! Always fun. Okay, so this Spiral Abyss wasn't terribly bad, it just takes a while. So the blessing right now is basically when you do a pyro reaction, you decrease the, uh, I think it's the defenses, so resistance of the enemies, but I think that's what it was anyway. Um, all right, so the teams I'm coming up with are a little weird, but they do work out. I will say though, if you follow the general idea, I bring Ayaka instead of um, Risley because I had a brain fart and I forgot that Bennett's elemental burst overrides Ayaka's cryo infusion dash. So I would suggest you bring Risley if you have him instead of Ayaka, because it makes things easier. But let's just this first fight is brutally fast. Like, I remember having so much trouble with these guys when they first came out in Spiral Abyss, and just oh boy, did they go down fast. Like, it's already I think I finished them before the 9 minute mark. Uh, like actual 9 minute or 9 minute left mark. So let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I finished it so it takes me a minute effectively to kill them with Arlecchino. Just ridiculous amounts of DPS from that character. You know, coupled with Nahida being Nahida. Okay, so this the first phase, the first floor, or the first part of each floor is not the problem. It's the second part. It's just it's a lot of enemies, and they all have just annoying amounts of health. So, um, as you can see, I let one of the no, no, I didn't. Usually I would handle these with, like, um, Venti, but I didn't bring him this time. Maybe if you're having trouble corralling everything or getting everything done, you can bring Kazuha instead of a second Pyro character to help corral things, but mostly it's not that bad. I also have a little bit of difficulty because, as I said, I forgot that Bennett's Elemental Burst overrides what's her name? Ayaka's cryo infusion, so that I end up doing the wrong kind of damage. But it works out in the end. It gets a little close, but it mostly works out in the end. And this operative right here, Arlecchino would be pleased. She does not want to go down. It's a little ridiculous. Look at that. Look how much of a sliver of health she has, and how much of a pain in the ass it gets. I have to switch to Farina to finally frickin' kill her, and it still takes like 4 or 5 hits from her little minions to do it. So the problem is the second set of fights. They are just a lot of large HP enemies. It's kind of annoying, honestly. All right, so Capellius, I do this fight without a Wisa character, which is a little annoying, but if you have Arlecchino or a really good Pyro character instead of Arlecchino, it works out, and as you can see, I'm just blasting through him. You can blast through the shield pretty quickly with a Pyro character, so it's not that much of an issue. Also helps that Nahida's busted all to hell. It's so nice to see, like, 50,000, 40,000 critical crits on normal attacks with Arlecchino. I've actually gotten a few like 100,000 ones, which are nice. That was a 6,000 one. I think there's another 6,000. That's it's nice. She's kind of scary. Makes me wonder what the other harbingers are going to be like. Hopefully they'll be as good as she is. She is the fourth, so that might make things a little difficult in that department. But oh, these guys, I kind of fuck this up a little bit, but it works out. So yeah, there's the fuck up. Didn't do the proper setup, so slightly less damage. So this one in particular, it's this specific fight, this set of fights of all the ads that take the longest, because you have the invisibility agents, and then you have the summoners who have pretty decent chunks of HP, and then you have these guys, and they take forever. I don't know if it's just that I haven't fought Abyss Lectors in forever or what, but these guys just take forever to kill. It's not entirely the team's fault, the team that I come up with. Actually, yeah, it's not the team's fault. The problem is that I think it is that I forgot how to fight these things, and I neglected to remember that they drain energy out of you so quickly, and so I didn't get the full effect of being able to Ayaka ult or Xiangling ult to get rid of their electro shield, but I do manage it. I do manage it in time. It's just a real pain in the ass, and they're kind of annoying. And again, I think it's partially just because I've forgotten how to fight these things. But this is the floor that will take the longest if you're having any challenges, just because the ads, all the little fights in Phase 2 are just a big pain in the ass. This isn't too bad. It's a bunch of ads again, but if you have a really, really good DPS, kind of like Arlecchino, like Neuvillette, like Hu Tao, this all just ends up like melting pretty much, so it's not too bad. And you can always, if you have Zhongli, I would suggest you bring him, because he can just lock everything up so that you can put everything down. Because the next fights after the swordsman is robots, and then the knight's fight after that is more robots. So they have a lot of HP if you don't know what you're doing, but if you have a really good DPS, they just melt if you're fast. And yeah, you can see it's pretty easy. Like these are dying pretty quickly. I'm just kind of goofing a little bit. Lock them up and apply your stuff, and then just Arlecchino away. Just rip right through them. Like the dog's already gone. All that's left is the big guy, and it's already almost dead. And I've only been fighting it for like fighting that specific set for like 10 seconds. It's wonderful. Alright, and then the final fight is the Inquisition Baptist. Not that bad. If you have the right setup, not that bad. Well, you'll see. This is a pretty easy fight, in my opinion. So it's Ice next. And then the last one's going to be Electro. And this is the one where you need to be careful, because he will... Let's see, I mess up, kind of. I got lucky because he teleported right into the path of it, but if you aren't careful, you can screw it up and miss like a big chunk of DPS if you're not careful when he goes into lightning mode, because he'll step back into his portal and move somewhere else. So if you have a targeted ult that you're doing at the time for Cryo, like Ayaka's Snow Senbon Zakura thing, or Risley's Super Punch, then it's just, you're gonna end up missing. and then you're going to be annoyed with yourself. So, just something to be aware of. Just got to clear out artifact space. Well, this takes a little long. Oops. No, that's what I meant to do. I'm liking Arlecchino. It's easy to see. It's nice that she is very strong because she is the fourth Harbinger. I mean, we only get to play a fraction of her power, but she's pretty kick-ass and exceptionally well designed for a character. As a DPS, I specifically like the fact that she is an infusion-based damage dealer. She infuses her normal attacks, and that's how she does all her damage. But it's not tied to her being on field, which by that I mean that she can switch out and switch back, and it's still there. Unlike Hu Tao, Raiden Shogun, almost any other infusion character except for basically Diluc. So that's really nice. I do wonder what the other Harbingers are going to be like. But anyway, that is the video. If you found it at all helpful, please like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your